The Green Star Challenge is on! Hey guys, Mistmaster1 here, and welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy 2, finally. I know, it's been a few days, like several days since I've posted a video, I apologize for that. I've been busy with some things, and to be 100% honest, I've just been dreading this next portion of the game because, of course, if you remember last time, we got all 120 Power Stars. We'll just sit still for a moment so you can see up there in the top left, 120 Power Stars. And as of now, once we've reloaded the file, we have a bunch of Green Star Comets that are now available in every single galaxy in the game, and this is how we're gonna do things now. We're basically just gonna be revisiting every single galaxy in the entire game and collecting every single Green Star there is to offer to actually get to the very end of this game to see what the final galaxy and missions are. Now, here's how this is going to work. You'll notice I started the game with Luigi this time. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to basically be alternating between Luigi and Mario for every episode until we get, not really until you get to a certain point, basically for the rest of this project it'll be Luigi, Mario. And to top that all off, I'm going to gun for 8 stars a video, so if I want to get 8 stars a video, I better get started on our first mission, so let's get to that right now. All the way back to World 1-1, here is the Sky Station Galaxy, right where we started the game. And every single galaxy now will either have 2 or 3 Green Stars readily available to us. They're very uniquely named Green Star 1, 2, and 3, or 1 and 2 if that's all they have. And yes, let us begin. All the Green Stars are essentially just going to play the preview of a level from one of the main levels in the actual galaxy itself. But if you remember from the last video, the way it ended off, yeah, we have the same cutscene here from last time, whatever. We saw this in episode 1, man, we don't need any more help. But yeah, Lubba told us that essentially Green Stars are going to be very hard to find compared to normal stars, that we have to keep our eyes and ears peeled for them at all times, and that is because the way Green Stars work in this game is, just like Power Stars, there's 120 of them, but to make things a little more exciting, they're all hidden across the area and you really have to look for it. Like, there's no blatant... I'm not gonna say there's no blatancy, because there will be instances where we can just flat out see it, like, hey, check that out, you see that right there? That's our first Green Star, and Luigi almost slid right into it. Let's pick that up. And that's basically how a lot of the Green Stars are gonna be. It's like, oh hey, there's a Green Star, let's go pick it up. But they're not all gonna be that easy. Also, if you've noticed, we now have ourselves a little green overlay instead of the black overlay for whenever we enter these missions now, because they thought, hey, you're doing Green Stars, let's have a green overlay. That spruces things up. And yeah, that's generally how things are gonna go. Green Stars, in general, are very difficult to find and track down by most people. I would still say that they're fairly difficult to obtain in a lot of aspects, but I would say like probably 75 to 80% of these Green Stars are actually not very difficult to obtain. They may or may not be difficult to find, so that's all I'm going to say about them for now. Like, all you really need to know is you just need to keep your eyes and ears open. There's 120 of them, just like there are 120 Power Stars across every single galaxy in the game, and there will be 2 to 3 Green Stars depending on how many missions there are in said galaxy. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to keep at this, like, all the time, like, because I know this is going to get very tedious very quickly with just restarting the same level the exact same way, except just going to get a different star, which, to be fair, that's kind of how things have been going this entire project, but Green Stars are very redundant compared to regular missions, because you actually have to finish the level, pretty much, in order to get a Power Star, and these, you only have to make it part way most of the time, although there are some Green Stars that are pretty close to the end, like you are doing an actual mission. So to break up the monotony a little bit, in this case, I'm just doing this as a little introduction. Like, I won't do this every single time, because I'm just basically running through every single level here. Showing you everything again, but once it gets to a point where you get the point of how Green Stars work, I'll probably just be cutting to very particular portions where I actually found the first Green Star of a level, and then I'll kind of resume from there to get the next Green Star. Now, don't be fooled, because we kind of just ran it along like that really fast, but if you keep your ears open, you can actually hear some shininess, and if we tilt the camera a bit, we can actually see there's a Green Star here, so let's hopefully not miss this on the way down. There we go. It's stuff like that. They just love to hide them around, and we're off to a good start. 2 stars in like 4 minutes, so not so bad. One more thing to keep in mind is that also, considering pretty much every galaxy, if you include the Prankster Comet at least, every galaxy basically has multiple stages within a galaxy. So in instances like this, how we had the, like, Baby Piranha or whatever it's called, that was the mission that we used for the first 2 green stars, but here's the other mission of Sky Station Galaxy where Green Star 3 is actually located. So now we have another green star that's actually located. Oh my, okay, that was a bit sketchy. We basically have, you have to think within the surroundings of the level it actually gives you. Like, since this isn't 100% true, but it's just something to keep with the, like, take with a grain of salt, is if you're in a very particular stage, think about the new things you're actually doing in said level compared to the other green stars, and that might actually give you a better idea as to where to look, because it's obviously, I mean, they can really just put the green star wherever they want, and that's what the real challenge is trying to find them. But you'll see what I'm getting at here, because that whole Sky Fleet thing that's newly formed as a planet in this galaxy with this particular green star, if you can't put one and one together, I'm basically saying the green star is going to be in that new planet that's exclusive to this level. And yes, we're getting tutorials after we beat in the game, because this is meant to be the second star, yeah. Alright, making our way over here, and we will find the green star fairly soon. In fact, if you actually listen very closely, you can hear it. I don't think we can quite see it, but we can actually hear, like, some shininess like a star normally gives off. So all we're gonna do, just like we did the first time around here, where is the entrance to this thing? Oh wow, I'm confuzzled. I don't know where the entrance is. The Bonsai is coming after me. No, where is it, dude? I went through this level 1, so I should know where it is. There we go. That took a stupidly long time to find. Okay. Now that we're through here, let's just go all the way back down. You basically, like, a lot of the green stars are going to seem pretty easy, and that's because, to be fair, in my opinion, a lot of them are. But some of them get very evil towards the end, and also, and not even towards the end, there's also the occasional star, like in World 3 or 4, that's like, why would you put that there, kind of deal. You might have seen out of the corner of your eye. Let's get up on here, and what we're going to do is just wait and long jump across, and there we are. That is the 3 green stars inside Sky Station Galaxy. Very important now, once you've collected every single green star, you will now get a gold crown next to every single world instead of the silver crown that we got from every normal power star. So now if we actually go back to the world map right here, you will see for a fact there is a gold crown here, and we have 3 power stars and 3 green stars. A gold crown signifies you have officially 100%ed a level, so we'll never be back to Sky Station Galaxy. Now what we're going to do is move on to Yoshi Star Galaxy. Like I said, 8 stars a video is what I'm gunning for, so we need to make a lot of progress pretty fast, so I don't make these videos hellaciously long. Although you guys don't really seem to mind too much, so I guess it's not a big deal, but I wouldn't, for the sake of my render times, I'd like to keep these down. So yeah, same general concept, we're just going to go to Green Star 1 of Yoshi Star Galaxy now. It's also nice playing as Luigi in these early galaxies as of right now, because we weren't able to play as Luigi, you know, for a majority of this game, like, in terms of places we wanted to go to. Once we beat the final Bowser level, we had permission to use Luigi wherever we want, so I feel like it's best we actually optimized for that and, you know, started using him in a couple levels that he may have missed out on. Speaking of which, this will be... Are we gonna get that same cutscene? With Yoshi's coming out of the thing for the first time? No, okay. Let's just move on from here. And the first green star that's located here, who's going to first person, is actually right up there above the comet medal. So all we have to do, I don't think you even need Yoshi for this, but it just makes things a little bit easier. Just get up here, and with a flutter kick, oh, maybe not. Well, in this case, let's just flutter kick and then jump off Yoshi in the middle of the air, and we can easily make it up there with enough height. That was awesome. I'm gonna leave that in just because that was so awesome. Okay, but yeah, that's basically how I'm gonna do this from now on. Every time we get a green star and, you know, I tally the thing back in the clip where we get the video, you know, you got a star added to the counter, I'll basically just re-enter the stage, show you I'm doing green star 2, and then I'm gonna cut back to where I found green star 1, if it's within the same level, like so, because we don't need to go through the whole mumbo-jumbo that we just did in the first green star, since that's gonna be kind of what we saw already. But here's gonna be the first instance where they're actually gonna be very, very I would say, kind of annoying with the way they're doing the green star locations, because I would like to categorize this as a set of green stars they like to throw in. Like, there's different categories of green stars, and this will be the first instance of, you know, basically try to get you killed, because look over there. Although this one might not be it's certainly not as bad as other ones, this is a green star that if you basically fail to get over to, there's like no floor down here, kind of, and you kind of make a jump over here. Yeah, they like to do that a lot, where you basically get one chance to make it over, or, you know, try again. Yeah, and this is also, what green stars also do is they kind of open your eyes to make you think you can actually get over there. Like, that's what a lot of people would ask. So let's hopefully not get destroyed over here, not too hard of a jump to make, and there we are. That is green star number 2 of Yoshi Star Galaxy. And yes, believe it or not, this is actually our first instance compared to the first galaxy, at least, because we haven't really seen any. We've only seen 2 galaxies so far, but yeah. In this particular galaxy, every green star comes from the very first mission, which is a little unusual. Usually they like to space them out between multiple sort of, you know, stages. Like in Sky Station Galaxy, we had to do the first main power star and then the second one for the third green star. And in this one, they've basically put all 3 green stars in the first level here. Now that all that's been squared away, well, I mean, the point of this galaxy is to have Yoshi around, so let's do our best to actually... Do you know there's actually a glitch with Yoshi that I haven't really talked about? But essentially, you can kind of infinitely flutter with Yoshi. It's like if you hold down and stuff, like, I don't know how to... I'm kind of doing it like this. You can actually flutter up, like, really high and really far, and you can combine that with, like, a lot of speed. And you can actually get to a lot of places kind of like really early and kind of sequence break this game in a little bit of ways. I am no speedrunner of this game by any means, so I don't really know much about that, but I just find, I don't think I've ever mentioned that until now. There is actually a glitch where you can basically flutter in the air infinitely, because normally Yoshi's flutter kick there is meant to have cooldown. You can't use it more than once until you land again, so it's kind of funny that you can actually do that. And this is where the third green star actually is located, but what we have to do is get all the way to the top, just like we did in the original mission for this, for the normal power star. Get all the way over here, let's get you out of the way, let's pull you out. Again, this is just a lot of stuff that we've already done in the past, but because, you know, I've already gone over the basic concepts of how to do various things in this game, I don't really have to explain too much. All I'm doing is essentially speeding through multiple levels in order to get to where the green star actually is. Nice, I actually made that cycle, that was really good, okay? And you're gonna find the green star is actually very close to where the normal power star is, unlike a majority of these. Let's get up here, that's where the normal power star is, but if you go a little bit higher, you will actually see that the green star is right there, so what we're gonna have to do, this is a little tricky because it's very high up in the air. Let's try to do this, jump at the proper moment, and if not, if you don't make it with Yoshi, just kickflip off of Yoshi and you can grab the star just like that. The green stars at the very beginning are fairly easy. There we go, another galaxy has been officially 100%ed, and I was rusing the entire time and lying through my teeth when I said, yo, we're done with the galaxy with the silver crown. It's like, nah. People who know this game know far better by now. And there we go, that is 2 galaxies 100%ed. We got 6 green stars so far, and I'm gonna get 2 more, and we're gonna go here. Let me get the couple star bits that don't even really matter. Let me go here to Flip Swap Galaxy, because this is our first galaxy that only has 2 green stars, as there's only 2 regular power stars. Like I said, it will match the amount of power stars as there are green stars in each galaxy. So since there's 2 main power stars, there's 2 green stars here. And this is where the stars can actually be pretty annoying to get. Here's green star 1 of Flip Swap Galaxy. Of course, the only other stage here is a prankster comet besides the main stage, so this galaxy will also have 2 green stars in the same level. Or all the green stars in the same level, rather. And these ones, like I said, these will be the first, this is probably the first galaxy where they're actually really tricky to get your hands on. Because this is one of those things, once again, where if you don't basically get the green star the first time around, you're pretty much gonna die. Because as you see here, we have the flipping platforms, you know, they flip right backwards and forwards depending on, you know, which one's currently up, which one's currently down, and every time you spin, you flip it. You know, that's why it's called the Flip Swap Galaxy. I've already made things of this in the past. So what we have to do here if you look very closely, you can actually see the shadow of the green star right there, so it's right up in the air. So what we're gonna do is try to triple jump here. Actually, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have this space open here. We're gonna try to line this up and do a triple jump right here to make it up there. That should be good. Very nice. Okay, and that is green star 1 of flip swap, and the second one is actually a fair bit harder. You might have actually seen it in that last little camera shot there. There's also one more thing I forgot to mention, is that because of the way green stars are laid out in some levels, you might actually find a green star that's later or earlier in a level than what you're intending to get. And if that ever happens, just do some what's it called? Not really I would say common sense, but just do some deductive skills. Like, see, imagine, let's just say, for example, you didn't see, like, the first green star over here in this galaxy, you didn't see that, so you just kind of went on by, and you see that green star over there, and you thought that was the first one, and you think to yourself, wait, I missed the green star? Well, just think to yourself, if that's green star number 2, then that means that the first green star must be somewhere back there. And that's the type of deductive skills that you should have when you're trying to find these things. Although if you're watching these videos, you're getting a free guide on how to find them anyways, so I guess it's not really worth mentioning, but just to throw that out there, that's the basic concept if you're, you know, trying to do these yourself and whatever. If you've gotten a green star really ahead of the level, like you can tell in the list, it'll even say in the star name, green star 2 or 3 or whatever, then think to yourself, like, look earlier in the level to actually find what would potentially be a green star you missed. Now that we've gotten that squared away, here's the last one, and this one can actually be really tough to get. The green star in itself is right on that platform right there, so what we're gonna end up doing, let's spin here. We're gonna spin right there, and we're gonna try to triple jump. That's not gonna work because I didn't get enough speed. That's okay. This one's really crappy because of the chain jump that's there. And can we get it? Yes, very nice. You want to do something along those lines. Luigi makes those stars that are very high up in the air very easy to get. It is possible to get them with Mario, but it's a bit tighter. But yes, that is 8 green stars in the video like I promised, and I actually made it in pretty reasonable time as well. There we go, 128 stars, Flip Swap Galaxy is now 100% complete, and we've gotten ourselves 3 100% Galaxies in our first green star video, so that's pretty successful, and there we go. Just double check one more time, we've gotten the 2 green stars from Flip Swap, we've gotten 3 green stars from Yoshi Star Galaxy, and 3 stars from Sky Station Galaxy, and we've taken out a good chunk of World 1 already. Like, I'd say we've taken out probably 40% of the green stars that are here, or somewhere around there. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for me. I will be trying to record these in a lot of batches, because honestly, now that I've basically explained all the basic concepts of how this game works in general, and all I have to do is just give you a couple pointers at most on how to find a couple of these, and I've already given away a lot of hints to finding green stars. But yeah, we'll delve into more green star shenanigans with the Right Side Down Galaxy, the Fluffy Bluff Galaxy, and the Spin Dig Galaxy in the next episode. So guys, I've been Mistmaster1, this has been episode 34 of Super Mario Galaxy 2, and the next episode, the Green Star Hunt in World 1 carries on, and we will be very close to finishing off World 1's green stars. We should be moving on to World 2 in about 2 videos from now with green stars, and just see where we go from there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 35. Take care!